Joining me is Abdul Razak Saidu. He is the Secretary General, Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals. Mr. Saidu, good morning. Comrade Saidu, good morning. About this incident now that occurred a few days ago, what's the position of your union?
Thank you very much. The position of our union has been stated, and we want to restate again, that it's global. There have been security breaches globally, but steps should be taken to curtail it. But we saw that what is happening was the lapses of the subsequent government when we have been crying concerning perimeter fencing and so on and so forth.
Which we lack in our airports.
Yes. So, and we saw that our government, they don't take proactive action unless fire brigade position when something occurs. So therefore,
right,
we have been crying, and the lapses of all those past agitation was what we saw.
So walk us through, tell us more about this breaches that this man now, I think his name is, he's said to be a Nigerian. Tell us the breaches that, must have occurred. How could he have gotten on an aircraft?
Thank you. You see, when people are blaming fan security alone, they don't know that there are a lot of security operatives operating at the airports. We have police, we have Air Force, we have even the airlines themselves, they have their own security.
That they get as close as the plane.
Yes, they have their own security, the airline. So how the guy managed to climb, it's not only fan security has to be punished, but people will be saying fan. It's not only fan.
Is there a possibility that he even walked alone? Is this like a lone ranger now?
So those are those things that they were, when they are investigating, I think shall be unveiled. But we knew that it's not only fan security that works at the airport. And this is the incident supposed to be taken by other security operatives working at the airport around that area. Because if Mr. A doesn't catch, Mr. B or Mrs. B
should have been vigilant enough. Okay, between then and now, what visible changes have you observed around the airport? I take it your domain, so to speak, is Ikeja.
Ikeja.
So have you seen any changes now?
Yes, we saw that the management took drastic steps when this incident happened by trying to reposition some officers and try to see whether the CCTV is working, because that one has been mounted and for years has not been working.
Is that working now?
Well, they are working on it. I think it's going to be it's going to work because you see, airport is very, very, very highly technical, and we must have to be very careful. We have been shouting. They said, trade unions are troublemakers, as this and that. Look at what is happening. If you talk of concession, this type of thing will happen. We said we don't need concession at the airports. But some of these politicians, most of these politicians, wanted to buy our property, Nigerian property, for themselves. So, for example, if the airport has been concession, you think that that man will be caught? If not the pilot and one of the passengers. So
you are
that
saying
took that
some
picture.
of the gains now of privatization. Is that what you're saying?
There is no gain in it. That is why concession, privatization is never done and successful because of security. That is what we are saying. So if we are to move forward, we have to train and retrain and employ those younger ones rather than the older ones.
Comrade Abdul Razak Saidu, General Secretary, Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Joining me in the studio is Abdul Razak Saidu, the Secretary General of the Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
You called for an overhaul, your association called for an overhaul of the security architecture. Will this solve the problem?
I think so. It's going to solve this problem.
You think so? Why do you think so?
Why I think so is that if anything happens at the airport, they will be shouting FAN. And FAN is not the only organization that provides security at the airports. So there's supposed to be a synergy. If anything happens, it's not only FAN security they will be accusing. In this issue that happened just now, very recently, they only punished, we had that they punished those people in FAN alone. What of the other security organizations? What of even the security of the airline? Because they have their own security. They didn't do anything. So that is why the unions now came together and we wrote to the management of FAN that they should look at it more broadly, because we must have to determine the effect of any issue and find solution to it. So this thing that happened came as a result of lapses by subsequent government.
Okay, if you're talking about lapses, what sort of lapses?
Lapses is that when they don't allow the professionals to run the industry and they are using politics, that is how we are going. That is what we are saying right now. We have been telling them that they should allow professionals to run the industry, because the industry is very highly technical.
Was that not why the government wanted to privatize the aviation sector, the airports?
No, it is not so. It is because of their selfish interests. Some of the people, they are misleading them. They told us that Nigeria Airways is then Nigeria Airways was owing this, owing that. When they closed Nigeria Airways, they knew that Nigeria Airways is not owing more than that. But to now bring another one is a problem. Again, when you say you want to privatize, the area you have privatized, you have bastardized. Maritime, NNSL, let's say, just mention it, the PHN that you said you sold. What is the gain out of it? The public are not gaining anything than high cry. They were passing the bulk on the people, on the populace. So we cannot privatize when there is no infrastructure on ground. So government is to provide enabling environment, which FAN is providing, and allow the professionals in the aviation industry to run the industry. When you want to run the industry, it entails because there are division of responsibility by these agencies, NAMA, NCAA, and FAN, NIMET, and INCAT. So then when you allow these people to operate, sometimes ago, they allowed them to operate. We know that there's no problem. Okay. After the 2005, 2006 plane crash, you see, then the government swooped up and allowed the professionals to run the place. And we know that the airport was okay that time. But right now, I must tell you the fact, the order from above, political interference, has, seriously weakened the morale of the professionals that are there because of a lot of bureaucracy.
Okay, so let's because we're out of time, but let's stick with this issue of airport security. In all of this, we've had stowaways at some point. Now that has led us to this issue we're discussing today. Yes. In 2013, we had one, and subsequently we had. But I'm sure there had been actions taken by the authorities, but they didn't work. So if we're talking about an overhaul of the architecture, do you think in the long run is going to help the aviation sector?
It will. Leadership is with style. When the government is right, other agencies will sit right. If you look at what is running of the government now, you will see that because of the government at the top, the leadership at the top sat uprightly. The others now try to queue. Okay. So if we allow the chief executives of these parastatals to work and not political interference, we mean it, and we have challenged them severally.
So the problem now is beyond the security overhauling, there's political interference that you want to stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. The political interference is not good for aviation business.
All right.
You have to leave it for the professionals that were trained and they are professionals in the business.
All right,
that's what we are saying.
Abdul Razak Saidu, thank you so much for talking to us on this.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.